Hallöchen und willkommen zurück zu Legend of Heroes. Geht weiter. Hier sieht man aus wie der General Goods. Ja, da müssen wir da rein und die Zeitung holen, was glaube ich.
Good morning, Mr. Ryan.
Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. You are up rather early today. Did you come to buy a new pair of shoes?
No, did you mention it? Are there any new ones in stock? You know, like the newest triggers?
Unbelievable, you actually already forgotten why we came in here to begin with. We're not here to shop. We are supposed to be buying a copy of the Libero News for that, right?
Haha, of course.
Haha, you've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid that the new triggers aren't out yet. If you're after the latest issue of the Libero News though, I should have them in around noon.
Noon, huh? That's right in the middle of our training at the guildhouse.
We'll stop by again after our training is over. Sure, I'll be waiting for you. Ah, die wollen alle noch nichts mit uns zu tun haben, ey. Steht noch... Ah ja, geiler Balkon.
The morning air is so crisp and fresh. Let's see, it's about time I water my lonely flowers.
Alter, Glück hatte ich nicht viel Text gehabt. Naja, gut. Es scheint ja nicht so viel zu passieren gerade, ne? Bevor wir nicht zum Guildhaus gehen. Was ist das hier? Achso, die Gilde. Orbital Factory. Ist das Hotel? Kann man wieder rausgehen? Da kann man auch rausgehen. Bar. That's also wonderful and really tantalizing today.
I have this strange feeling that something good is going to happen.
Oh. Aber hier einfach in die Häuser gehen, ja. Ah komm Leute, wir gehen jetzt erstmal in die Gilde, sonst wird hier irgendwie nichts passieren noch, glaube ich. Huch. Was ist das hier? Church. Das ist ein Hotel. Okay. Gehen wir jetzt in die Gilde. Was ist das hier? I'm just on my way over to the forest of Mistwald to the south of here for work. There was a merchant from Booth who came here to buy lumber. I need to get enough ready for the order I received. Na gut, Gilde.
There you two are. Good morning, Stan. Good morning, Joshua. Morning, Aina.
Good morning.
Is Shira here already? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Press Guild. Good luck to the both of you.
Thanks. We'll do our best. In der Tat, das werden wir. Ja. Scheherazade ist das. Es gibt Sternenvernichtung. The Star and the Hangman, the Hermit and the Magician, and last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this?
Good morning, Shira.
Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, this is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early.
Since it's my last day of training, I figured, why not? I'm ready to get the show on the road and become a bracer myself.
I give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirit attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready.
I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already.
Quite yet. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does.
Ah, Joshua! Shira's picking on me.
Don't worry, Shira. While they may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, X-Rashi is overly naive and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything. Her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an ornament with some practice, eventually, probably. I guess there's not much I can do now, except hope for the best.
Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me.
Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately.
Whatever. By the way, Shira, what were you trying to protect with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent.
Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly.
You couldn't read the cards?
Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. I give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And instead, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Oh, doch mal ausholen hier. Ja, about ornaments. Ornaments are mechanical diseases which operate by using what is known as orbital energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or process septimum installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the orbital revolution. About bracers. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the bracers in each region. Das Liber Kingdom. The Kingdom of Liber, in which we live, sits on the western half of the Semurian continent and bounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Liber is proud to be one of the leading producers of septimum on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop ornaments. Ornament technology has also been a key pillar of support for Liber in protecting its independence, as it has contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Liber was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, it was the use of orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liber enjoys peace. Ja, das war alles. Let's see, since we got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Shara, how is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have the both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job.
Oh, what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure to have you work up a suite, so I hope you're ready.
Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. Didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my task parked at a desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing.
Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we?
Let's have at it.
The first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing, but before that, there's something that we need to give to both of you. Aina, are they ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two, go get one each of yourselves. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Receive bracer notebook. Bracer notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also anything you may hear or anything that you might find and where. Kinds of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood?
Crap, this sounds like it's going to be a pain.
Oh? Please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me, because I see I only got one response.
I'm sure there were two.
Keeping an accurate account of events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle.
Okay, I got it.
Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by the door, you can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there. And the bulletin board is approached, a Ausrufezeichen mark will appear. Pressing the OK button. Selecting the job names on the list, you can view their details. Commander, Training New. Client pay 500. Training will involve searching the sewers beneath Roland and bringing back the contents of a chest. Okay. Details of the job confirmed on the bulletin board and other important events will be automatically recorded in the Bracer notebook. The Bracer notebook can easily be found by clicking on the Books tab of the items menu. It can also be accessed by configuring the Bracer book shortcut button on the configuration menu. Very good. It looks like you were able to see what was possible without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions a Bracer performs on their job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for Bracers.
And let us talk about duties starting grandma style.
Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a Bracer calls so much more than just author with a half-hearted attitude.
I guess you're right. Just have to be more motivated.
Had a change of heart, have you?
You betcha!
Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Meller's Orbital factory and learning about how to use its services. Yes, graciously taking time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior.
Okay.
Oh, wir sind schon da. Here is where you will learn how to use an Orbital factory service. At an Orbital factory, you can modify your orbits and synthesize support requires in order to use orbital arts. Arts have a wide range of effects and if mastered can be extremely helpful. The Bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has had a long-standing relationship with these orbital factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. Oh, Mr. Mellers, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here.
No problem, leave everything to me. So, what is it you would like to know about? Orbments are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of parts. By definition, that means that lights, airship engines and so on are also types of orbments. However, the ones we'll be discussing today are better orbments which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic.
Since each augment is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures for these devices also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines with connect them vary. At any rate, that's a layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be opened at an open factory like this. I'll take a fair amount of Sifif to EP which is needed for magic will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So, what is it that you would like to know about? Orbital arts. Simply put, orbital arts are magic which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle augments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using the orbital energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since orbital arts can be a mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts, probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, the corresponding quartz must first be synthesized at an orbital factory. Augments are also set up so that once a particular quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. The type of arts one can use also changes depending on the elemental value and the combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with a water elemental value. In reality, augments are much more complex than what I have described, but I think this information should suffice for now. So, ja, was haben wir jetzt noch? Quartz. Okay. Quartz are circuits made from Sifif. Quartz have a raised number of effects and raise the owner's abilities while simultaneously making it possible for them to use arts. However, you will not be able to harness any of these effects until quartz has been installed into a slot. However, there are also fixed slots in which only a certain type of elemental quartz can be installed. This being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, be sure to check your augment and decide where you will be installing it ahead of time. So, what is this that you will look? Sifif, what is Sifif? Sifif are fragments of septinum which are dropped by monsters. They are divided into 7 types: earth, brown, water blue, fire red, wind green, time black, space gold, and mirage silver. Sifif can be exchanged for mirror almost anywhere, but at the orbital factory it can be used to synthesize quartz and to open augment slots in which to inside the synthesized quartz. So what? Okay. Das war's, Leute. Haben wir natürlich alles verstanden. Wir werden das schon irgendwie hinkriegen. It looks like Mr. Mellers has answered all your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have both try and use the services here. For that, you're going to need some Sifif. Okay, jetzt haben wir von jedem Typen ein Element bekommen. With that amount, you too should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now I want you to begin by first making an element quartz that will work with each of your particular augments. In your case, Estelle, any elemental quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Normally at the shop you would be able to exchange Sifif for mirror, but for this training you will not be able to use this service. Upon approaching the counter, a talk marker will appear. Pressing the OK button will display a list of options. Select modify or try to use the orbital factories. Okay. Achso, müssen wir mit ihm reden. Modify. Yo. Slot. Joshua. Okay, Leute. Defense. Das hier stehen wir da unten. Alles, was das macht. Wasser macht HP dazu. Die Earth macht Defense. Rot ist Attacke, aber minus Defense. Wind ist Agilität und Time Speed. Ja, Slot. Estelle. Openable. Slot 2 can be opened. Insufficient Sifif. machen erstmal hier das Synthesize Action für Joshua. Dann... weiß nicht, was ist denn Estelle? Ist das so ein Tank-mäßig oder... Mhm. Alter. Wir reden erstmal mit ihm.
Hi there, it looks like you two are doing well in your training. If you would like to modify your ordnance, please select the Modified Ride Service. Ja, haben wir gemacht. Aber da ist ja noch nichts drin, oder? Ich schau irgendwas anderes drücken? Nee. Sufficient Syphil. Aber ich hab doch welchen, oder nicht? Hab ich da gerade gemacht?
Alright, it looks like you were able to synthesize one. Next, I want you to increase the odds you can use. Now install a quartz into your ordnance so that you can use both recovery and attack odds.
Was ist das denn alles?
Alter. Leute, ich habe eine neue Taste gefunden, die ich drücken kann. Alter Verwalter. Ah ja, B war das. Augment. All Quartz, okay. Tun wir... Tier, Aquableed. Keine Ahnung, machen wir Defense rein. Gut, ja. Joshua kann Time Quartz only, dann kriegt er den rein. So. Ach, das ist das Bracer Notebook. Ach so. Das ist unsere Map. Tactics, ja gut. Now install a quartz into your ordnance so that you can use both recovery and attack odds. Look at your ordnance and make sure that recovery and attack odds are divided up between them. You can figure this out by looking at the odds and quartz charts in your bracer notebooks in order to figure out which quartz you need to install. If you're lacking the necessary quartz, then you can synthesize them at an orbital factory. Und was noch falsch gemacht? Alright, it looks like you've got both recovery and attack odds set up. If you balance the odds out between each other like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your bracer notebooks contain information about which quartz allow you to use which odds. If you would like to use more powerful odds, check out the odds and quartz charts in your bracer notebooks and find something that works for you. Alright, our tuning here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open a new slot in your ordnance. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you will have. Since EP, which is consumed by using odds, can have its max value increased by opening up slots, it would be a good idea to open them all early on. I want you to use the Sifif and open a slot on each of your ordnance. Go ahead and decide which slots you're going to open. Okay, müssen wir das jetzt ja wieder machen. Hier Slot. Still. Ja. Das geht zum Beispiel nicht. Okay, wir konnten noch einen machen. Gut. Jetzt kann man da wieder was reintun. Mal Welt rein. Keine Ahnung. I see, you've managed to open one of your ordnance slots instead. Since your central slot is not limited to a particular element, you are free to install any type of quartz you like.
This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you both be waiting for, the qualification test.
Pardon? Did you just say test?
You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning?
Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table.
Sometimes I feel for the future of the Brotherhood and humanity. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area.
You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for...
How about a little less yapping and a little more rocking? Hello. Hallo hier, schläft ihr voll mit?
Joshua, help me!
Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help.
Don't mention it, and good luck at that test of yours.
We'll be rooting for you.
I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua!
All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. Except to see both use what you've learned up to this openment. Understood? What's wrong, Estelle?
Sure?
What now?
I was kind of wondering what. Is there not going to be a paper test or something?
Did Casio stop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right?
Yeah, and?
And I even made you jot down what to read in your bracer notebooks, unless you forget that too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentioned searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet?
What a relief! Oh, divine ideos! I give thanks to thee for thy infinity grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers.
So what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test? No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the Orbital Factory.
Oh, I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed.
I'm really starting to wonder if we'll even be able to graduate at all.
What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things?
Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you try to at least look a little anxious. Just so you know though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you.
We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose.
Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Roland Sewers. Our objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let down your guard, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. Tierball. Monster Guide.
What's this book for?
It's called Monster Guide and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Now you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in his lair. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You've really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua.
That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shira.
We'll put it to good use.
Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock it out this test.
Don't forget though, this is an exam, we should make sure we treat it as such. Okay Leute, aber hier mach ich erstmal Schluss. Dann seht ihr in der nächsten Folge, wie es weiter in den Abwasserkanälen geht. Bis dann, tschüss.